Hey, how you doing? I'm Odin.
And I'm Yvette.
And welcome to Amsterdam Clog.
Your local's guide to the city.
This episode is all about windmills in Amsterdam.
But before we start, please remember to subscribe to our channel or join us on Instagram and Facebook.
Let's do another round.
Let's go! Dutch culture is rich of icons. Ranking high on that list is definitely the Dutch Windmill. When visiting Amsterdam, you would expect to see windmills around every corner. Except the center of the old city never had any windmills. Doesn't mean Amsterdam has none. The city has a small but nice collection of windmills. Some are just outside the center and easy to reach on a bicycle.
If you want the full Dutch windmill experience when visiting Amsterdam, it's best to plan a trip to the Zaanse Schans. It takes around 20 minutes by train from Central Station and around a 15-minute walk. A single ride second-class ticket will set you back under €4. You can also do a bike tour from the center of Amsterdam to the Zaanse Schans. Check out our video of the bike tour to the Zaanse Schans right here on our channel for more information.
From the start of Amsterdam, the city was steadily expanding through the centuries. A few city walls were built. We'll focus on the Wall of Amsterdam that was built in the Middle Ages to protect the city against attack. In 1663, the city wall, with its 26 bastions, was complete. Eventually, around 24 windmills were placed on top of most of the bastions. Nowadays, only 2 of these windmills remain in the city.
As you can see, there are still windmills to be seen around Amsterdam. Some are quite far or hard to reach. We'll focus on the 6 windmills closest to the center.
We'll start with the farthest of the 6. The 1200 Roe was built in 1632 as a polder mill. It's around 26 meters high and currently used as a residence, but it's still functioning as a mill. The name comes from the distance to the Haarlem Gate. The 1200 Roeden is around 4 kilometers. Unfortunately, the mill isn't open to the public.
A little less far from the center of the city is the ricomola. It was built in 1636 way west of Amsterdam, also as a polder mill. It's also around 26 meters high and is used as a residence, but is still functioning as a mill. It was moved to its current location in 1961. It takes its name from the original location, the Rikepolder. The mill is closely related to painter Rembrandt, who used to paint and sketch around this very area. A misconception is that the mill was painted by Rembrandt. Unfortunately, the mill isn't open to the public.
Now our personal favorite, Childmill.niral. Located at walking distance from Central Station, but it's better to go by bike. You can even visit and enter this functioning monument. Every second Saturday and every last Wednesday of each month, you can enter the mill for free. The mill is around 17 meters high and was built in 1792. It's surrounded by lovely Dutch houses and directly next to a petting zoo. It's also very close to wonderful streets of Dutch houses.
Next up and way closer to the center is the Bloem. This flour mill is around 26 meters high and was built in 1768. It is one of the two remaining windmills that used to be on the bastions of the Amsterdam city wall. When this wall got demolished, the mill was rebuilt in 1878 at its current location next to the Western Park. Nowadays the mill is still in use and is also equipped with an electric mill. It has two attached houses, of which one is inhabited. The mill is in walking distance of Haarlem Square, especially if you walk through the park. It is only open to the public by appointment.
Our next mill is the other windmill that remains of the Bastion mills. It was built in 1725 and was moved several times. In 1814, the mill was placed on the foundation of a demolished watermill. A common misconception is that the mill is part of Brewery de Ey, situated next to the mill. You can see the windmill on the label of the beers. Currently, it's the highest wooden windmill in the Netherlands thanks to its 17.5 meters high base. The mill isn't open to the public and no longer in use.
Our last windmill is a peltrok mill and a wind-powered sawmill. It's called the Otter and it's closest to Dam Square of the Six. It was built shortly after 1631 and still stands at its original location. It remained dominant for decades in the 20th century, but thanks to volunteers, it is in function once again. The Otter is 17 meters high and the sawing floor is open on 3 sides. The mill isn't open to the public, but if you're lucky you can visit during events like Open Monuments Day. For more information visit molens.nl for the mills around Amsterdam and Open Mill Day. Visit openmonumentendag.nl to see if some of the mills are part of the selection. We conclude this episode with a drink. Hope you enjoyed it, and if so, remember to subscribe to our channel or join us on Instagram or Facebook. Thank you for watching, and we'll leave you with this impression of Amsterdam. Until next time, cheers!
Cheers!
If you want to see more of Amsterdam, select one of the videos on the left. We appreciate it if you would subscribe and follow us on the socials. Thank you for watching. Until next time.